first off, if you guys are new here, if you guys have never watched my show before, I talk about South Asian news. I'm the Indian Hasanabi. I'm the Tamil Hasanabi. I'm talking about South Asian news. When can I watch the next stream? Next week. I stream on weekends only. Again, I stream on weekends. I would love to stream every day. Streaming doesn't pay the bill. Universities are brainwashing India. Bihar caste census. No, Hindustan Zindabad. What is this? How Adi Purush failed Hindus. This is the only option left. What the fuck is this shit? Oh my god. Okay, we're doing Sham Sharma reacts, baby. Whenever there's talk of unbroken India in India. Okay, Sham Sharma is openly fascist Indian Steven Crowder. This dude is talking about like literal Lebensraum shit. Okay, I need you to understand. This dude is literally talking about literal Lebensraum shit. Like, he's literally like Akhand Bharat is the advertisers on Twitch anytime focusing on India. Do you know anything about it? I only see Apple and Legion Lab every 6 months. I don't know, dude. I have no control over the ads. I don't even know what's being shown to you.
तो हम भारत, पाकिस्तान, बांग्लादेश, अफगानिस्तान, नेपाल, श्रीलंका जैसे देशों की बात करते हैं। लेकिन क्या आप जानते हैं कि एक समय था जब भारत का इन्फ्लुएंस इससे भी कहीं बड़ा था। भारत का धार्मिक इन्फ्लुएंस।
Dude, no, not this guy. Dude, we are going to react to this guy. Oh my god. Dude, this is peak brain rot. Like, guys, I need you to understand. Guys, I need you to understand the kind of brain rot like we're jumping into. He's immediately talking about like Lebensraum shit. Like, he's already talking about like, hey, so you know how people talk about like undivided Indian shit? Like, you know that thing where we want to literally invade other countries and take their land for ourselves and convert everyone into Hindus or kill everyone? Yeah, let's just casually talk about that. That is within the first 3 seconds of the video, guys. Guys, he's front loading the video with shit. Guys, I need you to understand. Guys, Americans, I need you to understand. He's front loading the video with shit. Thank you, Ha Cha Cha, for the Prime subscription. He's front loading the video with shit. Like, literally, he's just talking about undivided India. He's just casually saying, like, yeah, maybe we should just take back Afghanistan. Yeah, he's literally just saying, like, hey, let's just conquer these countries. He's literally just saying conquer these countries. Like, he's just casually talking about the ideas like, hey, maybe we should just take over Pakistan, Afghanistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and Nepal. Whatever. And by the way, I love how... Also, I love the color coding, by the way. I love the color coding. Bangladesh, Pakistan, and Afghanistan are all green. Nepal is red because they're fucking communists, and Sri Lanka is saffron because it's fucking Buddhist. I love the color coding on this. Like, I love this. This is literal freak behavior. This is literal freak shit. He's a literal freak. He literally color coded Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Bangladesh as green because they're Muslim majority. He color coded Nepal as red because it's run by the Communist Party, and he color coded Sri Lanka as orange because they're Buddhists. That's crazy. He got inspired by Israel? No, he did not get inspired by Israel. No, guys, this is not inspired by Israel. This is homegrown. Hold on a second. I have to show you guys this. To the non-Americans, or sorry, to the non-Indians, this is a real map that, copy image link. This is a real, yeah, it's the other way around. Guys, it's the other way around. No, he's got partially inspired by this. Do Akhand Sangis want Bantustans for Muslims, or do they want straight up ethnic cleansing? No, they want genocide. No, they want felony. No, Sangis want to genocide Muslims. What the fuck is that? This is every Hindu nationalist's wet dream. A united Hindu India stretching from Germany all the way to Indonesia. Akhand Bharat Sangis go way beyond Zionists. They go beyond, dude. They go beyond. Why Germany? Why Indonesia? I kind of want to see Hindu Slavs. They exist. There are Hindu Russians. Why'd you ban them? Wait, did you ban them? No, Slavs. Like, no, Slavs as in like Russians. Okay, Esther Mage, if you don't know what this is Akhand Bharat. It is the idea that India used to, like historical India used to stretch all the way to Germany and all the way to Indonesia, right? They basically want a united Hindu nation from Germany all the way to Indonesia. The reason for Germany is because they are quote unquote Aryans. These guys are all quote unquote Aryans, right? The reason Indonesia is because South India basically the Chola Empire, like the reason for Southeast Asia is because they're the cultural influence of South India, of Tamil Nadu on, so they basically claim any sort of influence that India might have had over any country. Like Indonesia has quote unquote Hindu influence because of South India. So that's what this jackass is on about, huh?
करते हैं। लेकिन क्या आप जानते हैं कि एक समय था जब भारत का इन्फ्लुएंस इससे भी कहीं बड़ा था। भारत का धार्मिक इन्फ्लुएंस सिर्फ इस अखंड भारत के एरिया में ही नहीं, बल्कि सेंट्रल एशिया और ईरान और साउथ ईस्ट एशिया और ईस्ट एशिया जैसे थाईलैंड, मलेशिया, ब्रुनेई और जापान तक भी था। इस जियोग्राफिकल एरिया को एंशिएंट धार्मिक स्फीयर ऑफ इन्फ्लुएंस माना जाता था। लेकिन आप तो जानते
What this dude is talking about is wrong, because when he's talking about Thailand, when he's talking about Burma, Thailand, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, that's all South Indian influence. Like, there wasn't a unified Hindu religion until recently. That wasn't a thing. Maybe he means Buddhism. No, he's talking about the Chola Empire. No, people used to be Hindus. Yeah, people used to be Hindus in, like, Malaysia and stuff. Let me see if this is right. I got lots to learn about South Asia. Okay, yeah.
माना जाता था। लेकिन आप तो जानते ही हैं कि आज वो धार्मिक स्फीयर ऑफ इन्फ्लुएंस पहले से कहीं ज्यादा सिमट कर रह गया है। धीरे धीरे इस्लाम और क्रिश्चियनिटी जैसे एक्सक्लूसिविस्ट एब्राहमिक रिलीजन्स के कंसिस्टेंट अटैक्स की वजह से ये धार्मिक स्फीयर ऑफ इन्फ्लुएंस एंशिएंट टाइम्स से कहीं ज्यादा श्रिंक कर गया है।
No. Wait, what? No. First off, South India was basically Veda pilled by Brahmin vagrants who did missionary work. Yeah, it's literally what happened.
आप सोचिए कि आज ऐसी हालत हो रखी है कि सिंधु नदी, जिस नदी के ऊपर हिंदुओं का नाम रखा गया है, उस नदी का मेजॉरिटी हिस्सा हिंदुस्तान में नहीं है। आज कई भारत
He's saying, isn't it a shame? Like, this is like Nazi shit, guys, and it's just able to like he's literally saying, isn't it a shame that the river for which the Hindu name was for which the Hindu name, like the name Hinduism came from, the majority of that region isn't Hindu? He's saying like most of the river for which the Hindu religion was named after, isn't it a shame that that country isn't majority Hindu? How are you going to make Pakistan majority Hindu, Sham? How do you plan on making Pakistan majority Hindu? How do you plan on making Pakistan majority Hindu? Seriously, how? Why are you shocked? Wait, why are you sad about that fact?
ये मानते हैं
Why are you so sad that that's the case?
हिंदुओं को जो सदमा लगा था और जो खतरा था, वो लव स्टोरी 2050 ने ऑडियंस को जो सदमा दिया था और उस मूवी का जो खतरा था, उसी की तरह अतीत में रह गया है।
Again, India is 80% Hindu, like 80 to 90% Hindu.
वो आज हमें नुकसान नहीं।
Isn't he saying it the other way around? No, he is saying no, he's saying that the name Hindu comes from the Indus River. No, literally, not. That's literally what he's saying. Sham Sharma is saying, yeah, we can make Pakistan Hindu by turning it into a lake.
नहीं पहुंचा सकता, लेकिन जिस तरह लव स्टोरी 2050 आज इंटरनेट
By doing what Pakistanis are doing, aka forceful conversions, India does the exact same thing, Sarah. India is doing the exact same thing. Like, the irony is that Pakistan and India have way more in common. Like, the fundamentalists of Pakistan, like the Islamists of Pakistan and the Hindu nationalists of India have way more in common with each other than they do with your average Pakistani, or with your average, like, than they do with like communists from or anarchists from Pakistan and India.
पर स्ट्रीम करने के लिए मौजूद है। उसी तरह से सनातन धर्म को, भारतीय धर्म को, हिंदुइज्म को जो खतरा है।
Hinduism as a united concept didn't exist until the British. You literally have your British masters to thank for Hinduism. You have, like, it is literally the Brahmins collaborating with the British to establish the Dharma Shastras as religious law, which led to the formation of a united Hindu identity. The British helped make Hinduism. The irony of it all is yes, that's what Garwapsi is, boss. Mitra Varuna, that is Garwapsi, boss. Garwapsi.
बहुत स्ट्रांग है, चाहे मिशनरीज हो, इस्लामिक दावा हो, इमिग्रेशन हो या लव जिहाद जैसे इंस्टेंसेस हो। इसको लड़ने के लिए अक्सर इंडियंस ने कुछ मेजर्स अपनाए हैं, जैसे कि हिंदू लड़कियों को किसी और रिलीजन के लड़कों से मिलने मत दो, या फिर स्टेट्स में एंटी कन्वर्जन लॉज पास करो। अब देखिए, पहला सोल्यूशन तो गलत है, आप कर नहीं सकते, और दूसरा है, उसी तरह से सनातन धर्म को, भारतीय धर्म को, हिंदुइज्म को जो खतरा है वो भी आज बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग
How is
है। चाहे मिशनरीज हो, इस्लामिक दावा हो, इमिग्रेशन हो या लव जिहाद,
missionaries, Islamic dawah? What did he
वो
say?
भी आज बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग है। चाहे मिशनरीज हो, इस्लामिक दावा हो, इमिग्रेशन हो
It's not immigration, they're refugees.
या लव जिहाद जैसे इंस्टेंसेस हो।
Love jihad is a debunked conspiracy theory. Love jihad is a debunked conspiracy theory. If anyone says love jihad, they are lying. It's a conspiracy theory. It is Hindu replacement theory. That's what love jihad is. It is a lie. It is a complete lie.
इसको लड़ने के लिए अक्सर इंडियंस ने कुछ मेजर्स अपनाए हैं, जैसे कि हिंदू लड़कियों को किसी और रिलीजन के लड़कों से मिलने मत दो, या फिर स्टेट्स में एंटी कन्वर्जन।
I was telling another friend that if Pakistan or India had any power, we wouldn't be any different from Israel or the United States. The reason for that, Sarah, is they are states. They are modern nation states. They are modern nation states. That is the reason. They are modern nation states. Modern nation states, no matter what they are, always act in the same manner. I don't agree with your comment about ancient India not being Hindu because the British coined the term Hinduism. It's like saying Tutankhamun wasn't Egyptian because the place wasn't called Egypt back then. Hindu isn't a monolith, but we do have a lot in common to be called Hindu. It's the fundamentalist Sangis who take themselves as the mascot of Hinduism who are the problem. No, what I'm saying is absolutely correct. No, Hinduism as we know it today, what I'm saying is absolutely correct. What I'm saying is Hinduism as we know it today is a monolithic, is a more monolithic religion. Like the way Western, no, Hinduism was not an organized religion. What I'm saying is the way Americans and the way outsiders and the way these guys, Sham Sharma, are trying to portray Hinduism as a united front, that is recent. You are right in that you are right in that there are certain beliefs that have been common throughout the common subcontinental history because of Brahmins. That's true. Brahmins have evangelized through the Bhakti movement and have converted people into the Brahminical fold. That's true. That's true. But the point of what I'm saying is there are plenty of indigenous beliefs in India, plenty of indigenous superstitions in India that are clubbed into the fold of Hinduism. It is like Pars is saying exactly. Ancient India had many religions that was related to the folklore of the culture of the specific area of the subcontinent.
लॉज पास करो। अब देखिए, पहला सोल्यूशन तो गलत है, आप कर नहीं सकते, और दूसरा सोल्यूशन भी मुझे लगता है कि बहुत डिफेंसिव है और इसलिए वो उतना इफेक्टिव नहीं हो सकता। आपने शायद एक कहानी सुनी होगी, अटैक इज द बेस्ट फॉर्म ऑफ डिफेंस, और इसलिए मेरा मानना है कि भारतीय धर्म को अपने आप को सही मायने में प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए हिंदुइज्म को एक इवेंजेलिकल रिलीजन बनना पड़ेगा, यानी हिंदुइज्म को दूसरों को कन्वर्ट करना पड़ेगा। क्यों? अरे भाई, यही बताने के लिए तो ये वीडियो बनाया है।
Uh-oh. 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 Oh no. This is gonna
हेलो, शाम शर्मा शो के इस एपिसोड में आपका बहुत बहुत
What does Yanni mean? What, like Nani? Nani means what in Japanese? I don't know what you're talking about. What is Yani? Oh, in Hindi, I think it means the same thing as in Arabic. I think Yani in Hindi is the exact same thing. No, in Hindi has the exact, I think, no. He's saying, what does Yani mean? No, in Hindi, it probably means the exact same thing. Ha-cha-cha. No. Ha-cha-cha. Hindi has a lot of Arabic words, which pisses people like Sham Sharma off. It's a conjunction in Arabic. Yes, it's the same thing in Hindi. Yani means the same thing. It means the same thing in Hindi. It's the same thing in Hindi. Yeah, it's matlab, yes. Yeah, matlab is also, I'm pretty sure, Urdu word or something, right? No. It's interesting. No. It's interesting that you bring this up because people like Sham Sharma, the person that we're watching right now, he's trying to throw out all the Arabic and Persian words from Hindi, which is an impossible feat because you create basically a really like artificial language that is just stilted with Sanskrit loanwords. Like if you think about the way Sanskrit words are incorporated in Tamil, it's more natural, right? It's way more natural in Tamil, right? Like we say avasyam, right? Like we Hindi using, like we've borrowed words from Persian. Tamil has borrowed words from Persian. We've borrowed words from Turkish. Even Tamil has. Even Tamil's like far south, right? The word kagidam means paper. That's Persian. The word kagidam literally means paper. We use kagidam for paper. We say jamin for bail. Even we've borrowed Arabic words. Badil literally means answer. That's an Arabic word. Tarap is, even we've borrowed words from Persian. Not nearly as much as like malige is also an Arabic word. The word for palace in Tamil is an Arabic word. But this guy wants to strip Hindi of like Arabic and Persian loan words. So like you would say like sabzi for vegetables. Sabzi literally means green, but you'd also use it for vegetables, right? He wants to, I don't know what word he wants to say for that instead. But like saval, like saval means question. Yeah, saval means question in like there are he wants to get rid of the word saval, which means question in Hindi. Jawab. Yeah, jawab is more like jawab saval, right? He wants to get rid of that. And he wants to be like prashna. Yeah, in Tamil, saval means, no, we have that word too, but it means challenge. It's not exactly the same thing. Not jawib, su'al is what he's talking about. We have su'al. We have that word. Yeah, we have jawab. Yeah, we have both jawab and Hindi has jawab. Tamil doesn't. Tamil has badal instead, which is also an Arabic word. Okay, this is like, okay, we're getting into linguistics territory. We're getting into nerds character. Yeah, Kanun is Kanun, Kazi. I wonder how many Tamil words are there in other languages. Okay, if you use the word rice, that's a Tamil word. Rice is a Tamil word. Orange is a Tamil word. Curry is a Tamil word. Mango is a Tamil word. Like the word that I'm saying, like curry comes from Tamil. Mango comes from Tamil. Rice comes from Tamil. Orange comes from Tamil. Yeah, mango. Mango comes from manga. Yeah, mangai. There's a YouTube channel called Indian Pixels. Indian Pixels is Sangi. He's a closet Sangi.
सेकुलरिज्म का सीईओ श्याम शर्मा और आप सबको एक सेकुलर प्रणाम। तो देखिए
Bro, how do you what do you mean?
में आपका बहुत-बहुत स्वागत है। मैं हूं सेकुलरिज्म का सीईओ श्याम शर्मा और आप सबको एक सेकुलर प्रणाम। तो
Bro, what? Yo, wait, why are you saying communist for secular? What? Tamil speaks Japanese. In Kerala, they say manga. Yeah. No, it comes from Dravidian languages. Yeah. Secular equals commie. Yo, bro, dude. Fucking wish. I came across this. Yes, this is true. This is actually true.
My name is Sato. I am originally from Japan.
This is actually true.
Iru.
Yeah, this is actually true. Dude, this kind of shit makes Tamil, like, it makes Kumrikandam truthers go nuts. This kind of shit makes, like, Tamil aunties and uncles go nuts. Like, this kind of shit where it's like, oh my god, they're speaking Japan Karan. Namma bhasha pesitirukanga day. Yay! You got it. Like, that kind of thing. Like, Japan Karan namma bhasha pesitirukanga. Yay! Tamil dhaan thonmai, idhaan unmai. Like, that kind of shit. Like, this is the kind of shit that makes, like, Tamil nationalists go crazy. This is the kind of shit that makes Tamil nationalists go crazy. Like, Kovatsky knows. He knows. Tamil nationalists cum. Exactly. This is not like Sri Lankan Tamil nationalists, but like not Tamil nationalists. That's not the word that I'm looking for. I'm talking about like the aunties and uncles. I'm talking about the aunties and uncles that are like the aunties and uncles that think like Tamil is like the first language or some shit like that. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not obviously talking about Tamil nationalists in Sri Lanka. That's not what I'm talking about. Yeah, like, iru is Japanese. We also say irukku, irka, iru. What is this? Kodunga. Yeah, this is nonsense. This is complete bullshit. Ani, yeah, Anna, same thing. Is nonsense. Like, this makes no sense. Okay, I'm sorry. This is dumb. This is the kind of shit that they share on their WhatsApp. My people love this shit. Yeah, exactly. They love that shit. I appreciate the love you guys have for your language. Listen, man, oralavukku it's toxic. Oralavukku thandi it's toxic. I have to be honest. Nationalists, when they discover languages evolved due to cultures blending together through trading and other shit over a period of thousands of years. I know, it's crazy.
So it may have originated as far back as 3000 BCE with the Indus Valley Civilization.
Which also, first off, no, Indus Valley Civilization. There's evidence to prove, or there's evidence to suggest, there's evidence to suggest that the Indus Valley Civilization were Proto-Dravidians or some shit like that.
The current border of
so no, not your shit. Get the fuck out of here.
Pakistan and India.
Eventually, Vedic Hinduism पूरे Indian
No,
subcontinent में
no. Vedic Hinduism didn't come from the it didn't come from the Indus Valley civilization, boss. It didn't. Vedic Hinduism did not come from the Indus Valley civilization. You want to know why? The Vedic Hinduism, like if you look at Vedic Hinduism, a lot of the pantheonic gods, like Indra, they are exactly the same as their Greek and Roman counterparts.
में prominent religion की तरह उभर कर आया. Conquest और genocide
Yeah,
के
it's
through
literally the Vedic religion is the Indian version of the Indo-European religion.
नहीं, बल्कि inclusion और absorption के through. Hinduism grew by a process of addition.
No, it did not. What happened was the Brahmins at the top syncretized the local religions with Hinduism. So what they did is what the Brahmins actually did is they took existing deities like Ayanar. They took existing deities like Ayanar, Karupaswamy, Mariamman, Masanyaman, local deities, especially Dravidian deities like that, and they made them subordinate to deities like Shiva, Brahma. I mean, actually, Brahma is not really talked about anymore. Vishnu, so on and so forth. Shiva was a later adaptation by Vedic folks. Pashupati was the Harappan god. Yes.
सनातन धर्म का एक वैदिक उपनिषदिक बेस था, लेकिन सनातन धर्म ने पूरे इंडियन सबकॉन्टिनेंट में जिन देवी देवताओं को पूजा जाता था.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Ask a Brahmin whether or not they worship Ayanar, whether they pray to Ayanar. Ask a Brahmin if they do that. They don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. Ask a Brahmin whether or not Ayanar is worshipped, whether they worship Ayanar or Kaval Devams or Kula Devams. Ask them. They won't do it. They won't do it because they think their gods are superior. They think they worship Shiva directly or they worship Vishnu directly. Shit. Ask me, I'm a Brahmin. Okay. Do you worship Ayanar? Okay. Do you worship Ayanar or Karupaswamy? Okay, their answer immediately. Done. I don't even know. Bingo. Answer. Done immediately. Got my answer. I was right. I know. You don't have to. Dog. Chris Love. Yeah, wasn't Lord Shiva also considered lesser god? Ganesha is also originally a Dravidian deity. Ganesha was originally found in Karnataka. Ganesha was originally found in Karnataka. Ganesha was originally a local Dravidian deity. Like he was found in Karnataka. Like for a long time, Murugan was the only son of Shiva. It wasn't until the Pallavas attacked, I think it was the Chalukyas or Rashtrakutas. I think it was the Chalukyas. Yeah, elephants were a big part of South Indian culture. Exactly. So there was an elephant-headed god. Like they literally, like Hindus literally retconned Ganesha. Like Brahmins literally retconned Ganesha into the religion. They literally retconned Ganesha. There's a lot of retconning in Hinduism. There's a lot of retconning. They stole him? Yes. Yeah, okay, wait, where is it? Where's the thing that I'm looking for? Hold on a second. I have to show you this. Where is it? Soma Skanda? No, where's the Story Trails? Thank you. This is what I'm looking for.
Story Trails was born with the idea of...
Okay, I sometimes watch this whenever I want to go to sleep. Yeah, they added him in a later patch. Okay, wait a minute. Ganesh, where is it? Seriously, we're gonna watch this. I'm gonna show you what I mean by like a lot of deities were retconned into the religion.
This is the Athirana Chanda Cave Temple on the outskirts of Mamallapuram, not far from the city of Chennai. Like most monuments here, this too was built around the 7th century by the Pallava kings. The shrine inside has a stone lingam, a symbol of Shiva, the god of destruction. But look at the panel behind the lingam. You can see this panel at many places across Mamallapuram and elsewhere.
Is there any Zoroastrian influence on Hinduism? In some communities, yes.
Our story today is about this panel. It is an icon that tells us something about the religious landscape in these parts 1,400 years ago. The panel depicts Shiva, the god of destruction, his wife Parvati, and their son, the ancient warrior god Muruga. Behind them are Vishnu, the god of protection, and Brahma, the god of creation. This little domestic group of father, mother, and son was a popular icon during the Pallava period. It's called the Somaskanda. Sa is Shiva, Uma is Parvati, and Skanda is another name for Muruga. Now, if you're familiar with Indian gods,
another 60 FPS odd. Hey,
you will at once
60 FPS வேற வச்சிருக்கீங்க. யப்பா, smooth, செம்ம ஸ்மூதா இருக்கு.
see that someone is missing from this family portrait.
Yo, they added it's 60 FPS, boss.
The missing person is Ganesha, the
Yo, it's 60 FPS. What? Wait, it's 50, but still.
God.
Yo, this is like smooth.
Shiva. So why is he missing? Archaeologists believe that at the time the sculpture was made, Ganesha was relatively unknown in these parts ruled by the Pallavas. Ganesha started appearing in Pallava temples only by the 6th or 7th century CE. What makes them so sure? Some historical evidence and some conjecture.
Ancient Tamil literature called Sangam literature, dating back to the 3rd century BCE, talks of 5 major gods. There's Vishnu,
Mate, this is my own. They got it wrong. My
god
own.
of the forests. Indra was god in the plains.
My own Vendan.
Varuna oversaw
Kadalon.
the coastal regions. And Kotravai
Kotravai. And then Sayon.
was queen of the dry lands.
Kotravai.
The most popular among
Sayon.
them was
So Mayon is what we now know as Vishnu. Kadalon is Varuna. What we now know as Varuna. Or who we call Varuna. Vendan is who we call Indra. Sayon is Murugan. Yes, Sayon is Murugan. Kotravai is who we call Kali or
Muruga,
Parvati.
who reigned over the hills. Shiva, who we see here as the principal deity, was conspicuously absent. In fact, the earliest reference to Shiva in Tamil literature comes only around the 5th century CE. Around that time, Hinduism was not the only big religion in these parts. Hinduism is one of the oldest religions in the world, but around 2000 years ago, it faced tough competition from 2 other religions that emerged from the subcontinent, Jainism and Buddhism. For the next few centuries, all 3 religions coexisted in many parts of India.
Even when the Pallavas reached their peak in the 7th century, these 3 religions continued to coexist in these lands. A Chinese traveler named Xuan Song, who visited these parts in the 7th century, noted that he spotted as many Buddhist and Jain shrines as Hindu temples in the Pallava capital of Kanchipuram, not far from here. Back then, it wasn't uncommon for kings to switch allegiance from one religion to another.
Around the 6th century CE, a Hindu resurgence movement called the Bhakti movement began in South India. Bhakti means devotion, and this movement
Adi Shankara is not to invade your privacy, but are you an atheist? Yes, I'm an atheist.
emphasized unconditional devotion to
I'm an agnostic atheist, yes.
God over arcane rituals. It attempted to simplify Hinduism for the masses and downplayed caste and social distinctions. At its peak between the 6th and 8th century CE, this movement was championed by 2 groups of saints from Tamil Nadu. One group called the Alvars consisted of 12 saints who
Alvars are Vaishnavites.
wrote beautiful hymns praising Lord Vishnu. Another group, the Nayanmars, was a group of 63 saints who wrote prolific poems and literature in praise of Lord Shiva. These saints led such exemplary lives that they were held in high esteem and praised in literature.
The Bhakti movement spread from Tamil Nadu to other parts of India too. Eventually, Hinduism regained its lost ground.
Yeah, you literally, by the way, you literally, by the way, a lot of the reason I might react to Boy, we'll see. Okay, yeah. Here's the irony of it all is that the reason you have the same gods in North India is because of South India.
And overshadowed the other 2 religions. This was exactly the time when the devotional song Vatapi Ganapati hints at the story.
In 642 CE, the Pallava goes that his brave commander in Tamil Nadu.
So he basically, okay, the story is, I don't want to stay too much on this video, but the story is that when the Pallavas attacked, I think it was the Chalukyas or something, they looted one of the temples and brought back with them a elephant-headed god, and that's how Ganesha became a thing. So, no, they were not. Vishnu and Shiva were considered two different deities. Vishnu and Shiva today are, like, in a sense, Vaishnavites think that Shiva is another form of Vishnu. Shaivites think Vishnu is another form of Shiva. That's it. It's the same thing. Sanghis are actually doing they're doing cultural appropriation. Half of their beliefs literally come from South India. We are literally responsible, like literally, I'm not joking. Yeah, Vatapi, yes. They sacked Vatapi. Yes. What happened was the what do you call it? The Pallavas sacked Vatapi, or Vatapi, I don't know how to say it. They sacked Vatapi, the capital, and within that, they took the Ganesh idol, the first Ganesh idol. Hinduism itself is cultural appropriation. Exactly. That's the point that I'm making. Hinduism itself is cultural appropriation. The entire thing is, it is North Indian cultural appropriation of South Indian deities. That's the entire premise of Hinduism.
देवता है जिनकी इंपॉर्टेंट पोजीशन है या फिर जिनको ज्यादा पूजा जाता है, लेकिन सनातन धर्म में सभी देवी देवताओं के बीच में म्यूचुअल
No, there isn't. No, there isn't. Ask a Brahmin about Ayyar. Ask a Brahmin about Ayyar and see what their thoughts are. Like, local deities have been subsumed into different forms of these deities. This is nonsense. He's lying about this. He's lying about this.
रिस्पेक्ट है और सबको एक रिस्पेक्ट की पोजीशन दी जाती है.
No, they were not. They were literally not. He's lying about this. Just ask any Brahmin what they think of Ayyar. They think Ayyar is subordinate to Shiva. I know several Brahmins that have told me this. That have straight up told me this. They are lying. He is lying.
भारत में महाजनपद एस्टैब्लिश हुए और उसके साथ बड़े-बड़े मंदिर बनाए गए. रामायण, महाभारत, धर्म.
Yes, because at the time in North India, Buddhism was massive there. Buddhism and Jainism.
शास्त्र और अलग-अलग शास्त्र भी लिखे गए और
Or Manchalama or Mariamma, yeah. Or bajillion other local deities. Mariamman is viewed as another form of Parvati. Mariamma is another form of Parvati. Masani Amma is okay, if you look at local Dravidian beliefs, right, what happens is, in a lot of cases, something happens to real people and then those people get glorified as like deities or whatever. So the story of Masani Amman, let me see if I remember this. Masani Amman, according to local tradition, during ancient times, Anemale was known as Nannur, and the region was ruled by this is in Coimbatore. This is in Kovai, right? According to local tradition, during ancient times, Anemale was known as Nannur, and the region was ruled by Nannuran. He protected the fruits of the mango grove by instituting severe punishments for those who ate them. One day, a woman unfamiliar with these measures ate one of Nannuran's mangoes, so he sentenced her to death. Despite public outcry, the woman was executed, and later Nannuran was killed by the villagers in a battle near Vijaymangalam. People built a shrine to the executed woman. Its deity was originally called either Masani, meaning mango in Old Tamil, or Shmasani, Sanskrit for graveyard, depending on the version of the legend. Later the deity became known as Masani Amman. This is a deity literally born from folklore. This is folklore. This is a folk deity. This is a folk deity that has later been subsumed into Hinduism as a lesser god. Mahendra Varman of the Pallavas used to be Jain and tortured Shaivas. Then he converted to Shaivism and then tortured Jains and Buddhists. Exactly. So he's full of shit about this. He's doing historical revisionism here.
से जो बड़े एम्पायर्स थे, उन्होंने दुनिया भर के दूसरे बड़े-बड़े एम्पायर्स के साथ ट्रेड शुरू किया.
First off, no, hold on a second. Guptas and Mauryas, hold on a second. No. Guptas and Mauryas. Guptas are the last. Hold on. What religion was Ashoka? Is this guy the Indian version of Crowder? No, he's Indian Stephen Crowder. Exactly. Ashoka was Buddhist. He converted to Buddhism.
बड़े-बड़े एम्पायर्स के साथ ट्रेड शुरू किया, जिसके माध्यम से भी भारतीय धर्म.
Again, he's also doing this thing where he's just clubbing in Buddhism and Jainism, when historically Buddhists, Jains, and Hindus, or like Saivites and Vaishnavites at the time, right, were like, those guys weren't always on the best of terms. Kulotunga Chola tortured Vaishnavas so bad Ramanujacharya fled to Karnataka. Yes.
और भारतीय संस्कृति पूरे एशिया में फैलने लगी।
ये मगध ये बिंबिसार के टाइम पे था, अजातशत्रु।
He's just like, we are only 3 minutes in and this dude is just lying. Sham Sharma has front loaded this entire video by lying. He's lying. He's lying. He's totally wrong about this.
शुनाक डायनेस्टी के टाइम पे, ये नंद के टाइम पे और चंद्रगुप्त मौर्य के टाइम पे इतना, अशोका चंद्रगुप्त मौर्य, ये पूरा चंद्रगुप्त मौर्य के टाइम पे, बिंदुसार के टाइम पे और ये पूरा अशोका के टाइम पे था।
और इवेंचुअली गुरुओं और ट्रेड के थ्रू सनातन धर्म का स्फीयर ऑफ इन्फ्लुएंस सेंट्रल एशिया से लेके साउथ ईस्ट एशिया तक फैल गया। सनातन धर्म का इन एरियाज में इतना प्रभाव था कि थाईलैंड का नेशनल एपिक रामायण है, उनका नेशनल सिंबल रामायण के गरुड़ है। आज भी वहां पर कई हिंदू देवी।
Yeah, but what religion is Thailand? It's Buddhist. It's Buddhist, man. Thailand is Buddhist. What are you talking about? You're pretending as though Thailand is Hindu.
देवताओं को बुद्धिस्ट फॉर्म में पूजा जाता है। सेंट्रल बैंकॉक में ब्रह्मा जी का एक बहुत बड़ा मंदिर है। कई एक्सपर्ट्स का ये भी मानना है कि जापान का जो शिंटो रिलीजन है वो भी सनातन धर्म से बहुत इंस्पायर्ड है। माना जाता है कि शिंटो।
Are you serious? My man is saying, yo, the Japanese dude, my man is saying, yo, the Japanese followed Hinduism. My man, many experts are saying that the Japanese followed Hinduism. Dude, this is insane.
हिंदुइज्म में भारतीय धर्म के जो देवी देवता हैं जैसे भगवान शिव, भगवान ब्रह्म,
Bro, fucking 2003 Web 1.0 ass website he's bringing in. He's bringing in Web 1.0 ass websites as proof.
लक्ष्मी माता, भगवान गणेश, भगवान कुबेर और सरस्वती माता उन सब के रूप हैं। चाइना में भी हिंदू देवी देवताओं के रूप पाए जाते हैं।
Oh my God.
वहां पर भी भगवान शिव का एक रूप है जिसको साइतन कहा जाता है। इन देशों में बड़ी बड़ी किंगडम्स एस्टैब्लिश हुई जो हिंदू बुद्धिस्ट कल्चर से बहुत इंस्पायर्ड थी। ब्रुनेई में
There is truth to the fact that India had a lot of influence in China and in Japan. There is truth to that, especially with Bodhidharma, right? Zen Buddhism, to my knowledge, actually originally came from South India, from Bodhidharma, right? What we now know as Zen Buddhism originally comes from Bodhidharma, from one of the Pallava kingdoms. Like a Pallava prince goes to China. They were all bodhisattvas and shit. Yes, exactly.
7th सेंचुरी में एक हिंदू किंगडम था जिसे विजयपुरा कहा जाता था।
Oh my.
म्यांमार में
Myanmar, dude. Oh my God. Oh my God.
इंडोनेशिया में
No, wait. Let's read this for a second.
से बहुत इंस्पायर्ड थे।
Hold on a
ब्रुनेई
second.
में 7th सेंचुरी
A forerunner Indianized Hindu-Buddhist state to, Brunei Sultanate. The predecessor state was called Vijaypura. Yes, this is true. But that's literally why. Why did that happen? Hold on a second. Why was Malaysia, why was Malacca influenced by Dharmic religions? Sora Kingdom.
में एक हिंदू किंगडम था जिसे विजयपुरा कहा जाता था। म्यांमार में एक हिंदू किंगडम था। इंडोनेशिया में कई हिंदू किंगडम्स थे।
Chora Kingdom. And the Cholas were not like Hindus. They were Saivites and Vaishnavites, and they had different religions. Like Hindu didn't exist back then. It wasn't a thing. Like the Hinduism that he's trying it's a fabrication. Hinduism itself is a fabrication. It's a lie. It is a complete and utter lie. Hinduism is a lie. It's not a real. It's not an actual religion. It's 5,000 different religions in a trench coat. That's what Hinduism is. And the guy standing on top of everyone are Brahmins. Yeah, Cholas also had. Yeah, there were Buddhists in the Chola kingdom. Yes.
आज भी बहुत
Chola
strong
Empire,
हिंदू
yes.
influence है और हर साल रामायण सेलिब्रेट की जाती है। मलेशिया में भी 7वीं से 13वीं शताब्दी के बीच में कई सारे हिंदू किंगडम्स थे। कैम्बोडिया में एक बहुत ही बड़ी और बहुत
Oh my God! No, this is actually not even true. This is actually not even true.
important
This is actually not true. I'm pretty sure Hindus never ruled
हिंदू
Cambodia.
किंगडम एस्टैब्लिश की गई थी जिसको फूनान एम्पायर बोला जाता था। कैम्बोडिया में भगवान शिव की बहुत प्रोमिनेंस थी और उस समय वहां पर
my
अंकोर
God.
वाट जैसे बड़े-बड़े मंदिर बनाए गए। और जिस तरह
This man is literally doing this meme. He's literally doing this meme. He dedicated an entire video to this meme. This dude dedicated an entire video to this meme. Angkor Wat was a Shiva temple? I'm pretty sure it wasn't. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure. No, it was a Vaishnavite temple originally. It was a Vaishnavite temple. Nah, there were Hindus in Cambodia.
भारत के ईस्ट की तरफ सनातन धर्म फैला था उसी तरह
That a
भारत
big
के
difference? Yes, dude, Chris Love. Yes, that's a huge difference. No, Chris Love. Here's the thing you're not understanding. Here's the thing that you're not understanding. What is this? Hold on. Here's the thing you're not understanding. You don't think it's a big difference because, again, you think Shiva and Vishnu are quote unquote Hindu deities. But that's not what Vaishnavites and Shaivites thought. Vaishnavites and Shaivites hated each other. Kulotung, as Mitra Varuna said, Kulotunga Chola literally persecuted Vaishnavites. Kulotunga Chola literally persecuted Vaishnavites. Like, you think it's not a big difference now because they have both been subsumed into this identity of Hindus. I thought Vaishnavites worship Shiva. No, Vaishnavites do not work. Like, they only view Shiva as another form of Vishnu. They do not see. What is this? Hold on, wait.
History, that is Ramayana was a...
Hold on a second. What are your thoughts on Shaktiism? I don't have a thought on Shaktiism.
The reason people...
I don't have, like, I mean...
mythology is that...
I don't have any thoughts on Shaktism.
Again, I will go back to the
The reason is, like, again, I'm not a religious person to begin with. Like, I'm not much of a religious person at all.
Previous thesis that I just presented. The people who were told that humanities subjects are terrible, kisse kahaniyon mein kya rakha hai, they, and by extension, a large part of our modern educated population grew up to have a disdain for the arts. They look down upon literature, they look down upon sociology, history, etc. They have this notion that imagination is less important than reality. So it is no wonder that when they encounter a work of literature that is crucial to the growth of the subcontinent, like a mythological text like Ramayana or the Mahabharata, they are unable to accept it as a story because of their education, right? Kisse kahaniyon mein kya rakha hai? They want to give it value, but they can't give it value because if they are only to think of it as a story. So what do? They try to find literal meanings of it. They try to find, hey, ये actually हुआ था, और पता है वो मंदिर के अंदर से रेडियो एक्टिव वेव्स निकल रही हैं, और पता है ये मर्क्यूरी डालने पे ये मंदिर स्पेसशिप बन जाता. They try to turn everything into physical, actual reality, even when there is no evidence for it. Vimo, why do you think people often conflate mythology with history? That is, Ramayana was our history, not mythology. Stories have power in their own right. They don't have to be real to have value. Yeah, that's true. And the reason people conflate history with mythology is that they think literature does not have value. Again, I will go back to the previous thesis.
Okay, he's right about this. This is 100% true. Indians do not value the arts. They do not value... South Asians in general do not value arts. They don't value, like, at least the education system in that sense, right? We don't value, like... It's not to say that no one does. Obviously, that's not true. And this actually partially has to do with capitalism. The reason that there's such a heavy emphasis on... entering the sciences, entering, engineering schools and whatnot, is so that you can get a job. Doing exactly what? Thank you, Endless Cemetery, for the raid. Can someone shout Endless Cemetery out? Hope you had a wonderful stream. What I was saying was, the Indian education system does not value literature because it is not, like, it does not value arts, it does not value the humanities. And the reason for that is, it is not as easily marketable a skill to the West as like, say, engineering is. Like, the reason there is a lot of people trying to get into computer engineering is so that they can work for companies, some of whom are in the West, right? Infosys, Tata Consulting Services, they do a lot of contracting with the West. That is a perfect example of capitalism. That is an example of capitalism and imperialism at play. That, like, it influences the Indian education system. Like, there's a reason that Indian working hours are worse than American working hours, and that Indians are exploited more than Americans are, and that Indian contractors in the United States are exploited more than Indian employees. It's not even Stanford. It's like Infosys doesn't give a shit. Infosys, Tata Consulting Services, Apple, Google, they don't care about your Tamil literature doctorate. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. It's not Stanford that you should be mad at. It's like, it's Apple, it's Google, it is Microsoft, Infosys, what was the other big company? There's Infosys, Zoho. They don't care about your Tamil literature degree. They don't care about your linguistics degree. They don't care about the work that you've done preserving, tribal languages, that indigenous languages. They don't care about that stuff. They genuinely don't care, because that won't, they cannot use that to exploit your labor for their capital, to accumulate more capital. The Indian education system is centered, it is structured in such a way that it serves capital. Its primary and it is all across the world, but the Indian education system is a prime example. It is a prime example of a system that is not meant to educate its youth, but it is meant to train its youth to make large venture capitalists more money. Wait, what? Does what matter? What are you talking about? Did you hear about the Infosys? Yes. Yeah, no, we already covered it. Yeah, we already covered it. We talked about it. We talked about it yesterday. We talked about that yesterday. It's again, first off, Narayana Murthy. First of all, Narayana Murthy has never worked 70 hours in his life. You cannot, you don't become a billionaire by working harder than anyone else. That's not how it works. Yeah, the Indian education system is exhibit A for deschooling proponents. Yeah, large venture capitalists, large firms don't care about your Tamil literature degree. They don't care about your he used to be a communist in his youth. Of course he was. Of course he was. He's the kind of motherfucker. Narayana Murthy is the kind of dude to literally be here's the thing. If you're a communist in your 20s, if you're not a communist in your 20s, then you have no heart. But if you're a communist in your 40s, if you're still a communist in your 40s, you have no brains. He's that kind of guy. Again, Brahmins being communists, that's crazy. Color me surprised. Privileged upper caste Brahmin being a communist in India and saying and later becoming one of the worst venture capitalists on the planet, being the antithesis of communism. Yeah, of course.
वेस्ट की तरफ भी भारतीय धर्म
Okay, wait, that's too loud.
फैला था. अफगानिस्तान में भी कई हिंदू बुद्धिस्ट किंगडम्स एस्टैब्लिश किए गए.
Yep, they invade communist parties and deny lower caste people a platform and then go on to exploit everyone. Yep, this is why I am an anarchist and I am not a communist, by the way, just for the record. It is the Indian communist parties and the Sri Lankan communist parties that have made me an anarchist and not a communist. It's usually Brahmins that found them. Yes, that's also true. It is the CPIs and the JVPs and the LSSPs that have made me an anarchist and not a communist. Because you cannot trust any particular group of people with that inordinate amount of power. You cannot. They will abuse it. It will always be abused. Given enough time, they will abuse it.
गए थे और एक फेमस किंगडम थी काबुल शाही या हिंदू शाही डायनेस्टी, जिन्होंने अफगानिस्तान में बहुत ही डिस्टिंक्टिव धार्मिक आर्ट का स्टाइल डेवलप किया था. अगर हम भारत के इतिहास पर गौर करें
सुधीर चौधरी dude, this is intense. This is intense. This is intense brain rot. Welcome back, Sarah.
ईरान को छूती थी. शायद आपको ये जानकर बहुत हैरानी होगी कि वर्ष 980 में, यानी आज से करीब 1000 साल पहले, अफगानिस्तान पर राजा जयपाल का शासन हुआ करता था और वो एक हिंदू राजा थे. लेकिन मुसलमान सुल्तानों ने उन पर हमला करके उन्हें सत्ता से बाहर कर दिया था.
हिंदू शाही डायनेस्टी ने अफगानिस्तान.
That was in 980, boss. That was in 980, boss. That's like Iraqis getting mad at Mongolia for sacking Baghdad. Are you insane? No, actually, that's even more insane. That's like people living in Baghdad right now getting angry at Mongolia for destroying their city. That's insane. Bro is still mad about this. How? What? That's insane. That's literally like Iraqis getting mad at modern day Mongolia. What are you talking about? What do you mean? What do you mean? Why are you getting mad at that? That was in 980, boss. By that metric, I should be mad at Adi Shankara for killing Buddhism in the South. By that metric, I should be angry at Adi Shankara and Ramanujam for killing Buddhism in the South. What are you talking about? That's insane. My man has been ass pain for 1,000 years.
ruins हैं, वो आज भी अफगानिस्तान में पाए जाते हैं.
Hidden away in the remote Bamiyan Valley are one of the unknown wonders of the world. Some of the oldest images of the Buddha.
Oh my God. First off, Buddhism is not Hinduism. 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 Buddhism appeared as a religion, as a haven for marginalized castes.
Gigantic statues which few Westerners have ever seen.
Oh my God, Buddhism is literally not Hinduism. He's literally clubbing Buddhism as part of Hinduism.
ग्रीक से भी काफी इंटरचेंज था, सेंट्रल एशिया से भी काफी कनेक्शंस थे.
Yeah, we have few surviving Buddhist heritage sites in the South thanks to them. Exactly. Because of the Hindu kings, we don't have that many Buddhist heritage sites. That's like me getting mad at the Cholas for destroying them. Like, what are you talking about? That happened that happened like over 1,000 years ago, man. Get over it.
शख्स और कुशान्स ने भारत में इन्वेजन भी किए थे, लेकिन वो लोग बाद में आने वाले इन्वेडर से थोड़े डिफरेंट थे, क्योंकि ये सारे कल्चर्स भी भारतीय कल्चर की तरह प्लूरलिस्टिक थे. इसलिए ये सारे लोग भी जब भारत में आए तो भारतीय कल्चर में ही एसिमिलेट हो गए, और इस वजह से इतना बड़ा पूरे एशिया में फैला हुआ एक इंडिक स्फीयर ऑफ इन्फ्लुएंस.
My man is saying all of Eurasia. My man is saying all of Eurasia. My man is saying Akhand Bharat is literally all of Afro-Eurasia, dog. What?
डेवलप हुआ था, लेकिन ये डेवलपमेंट बहुत ऑर्गेनिकली हुई थी. इंडिया के राजाओं ने, इंडिया के जो बड़े बड़े किंगडम्स थे, उन्होंने कभी भी कोई प्लानिंग नहीं की कि भारतीय धर्म को इन देशों में एस्टैब्लिश किया जाए, और एस्टैब्लिश करने के बाद सैकड़ों सालों तक प्रॉपर्ली चलाया जाए और भारत से एक प्रॉपर कनेक्शन.
India didn't exist. Guys, India didn't exist. Dude, okay, I'm gonna lose my mind. He is taking a concept that the British created. India didn't exist until the British. India didn't exist until the British. India did not exist until the British. India didn't exist until the British. He is saying India had a lot of trade with South India. No, India didn't. That was the Chola Empire. That was the Chola Kingdom of South India. It was the Chola Kingdom of Tamil Nadu that had trade relations, that had conquered parts of Southeast Asia. India didn't exist at the time. You are taking a literal colonial construct and trying to put you are pretending as though we are going to pre-colonial times. We're talking about pre-colonial stuff. And while you're doing it, you are taking constructs such as the concept of India, of a united India, that were literally cooked up by the British. Your entire argument is that before the British came along, India was this vast, nation, which is not the case at all. India was never united. You had multiple different kingdoms that didn't. If you ask the Kushans about India, they'd be like, "What the hell are you talking about?" If you ask the Cholas about India, they'd be like, "What the hell are you talking about?" If you ask the Chalukyas about what India is, they'd be like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Because India didn't exist at the time. You are taking what was very obviously cooked up by the British. You are taking something that was obviously cooked up by the British, and you're trying to justify your quote-unquote pre-colonial beliefs.
बनाया जाए, और उसका रिजल्ट ये हुआ कि दो ऐसे बड़े डेवलपमेंट्स हुए, जिसके बाद ये धार्मिक स्फीयर ऑफ इन्फ्लुएंस बहुत तेजी से खत्म होने लगा. फर्स्ट सेंचुरी एडी में क्रिश्चियनिटी आई, जिसने तेजी से अपने आसपास के सारे कल्चर्स, सारे रिलीजन्स का सर्वनाश करना शुरू कर दिया. उसके बाद 7th सेंचुरी में इस्लाम
He's just casually no, wait, what?
बहुत तेजी से खत्म होने लगा. फर्स्ट सेंचुरी एडी में क्रिश्चियनिटी आई, जिसने तेजी से अपने आसपास के सारे कल्चर्स, सारे रिलीजन्स का सर्वनाश करना शुरू कर दिया.
Source? Wait, source? Source? Can I get a source on that? What do you mean they started destroying other cultures? Can I get a source on that? What do you mean local cultures? What do you mean? The Coptic Church literally converted to Christianity. Armenians converted to Christianity. Assyrians converted to Christianity. Source? What the fuck are you talking about?
उसके बाद 7th सेंचुरी में इस्लाम आया, जिसने यही ट्रेंड चालू रखा और सेंट्रल एशिया और इंडियन सबकॉन्टिनेंट की तरफ अटैक्स करने शुरू किए. देखिए ये लोग
Okay, first off, let's talk about this for a second. The only truth to what he's saying is that there was a period in Persia, in Iran, where, yes, the Persian language was completely silenced. There was a period between the Umayyad conquest, between the Rashidun Caliphate, between, the caliphates after Muhammad that conquered Iran. There's a period in time where the Persian language was silenced, and then what emerged was the Persian language written in the Arabic script. After the Achaemenid Empire fell, or the Sassanid Empire fell, excuse me.
इसने यही ट्रेंड चालू रखा और सेंट्रल एशिया और
Because of the time of the Achaemenids, foreigners have always wanted to invade, conquer, settle in the land of Hind. Think of India as akin to Italy before unification. Most people won't know what Italy was like before unification.
सब कॉन्टिनेंट की तरफ अटैक्स करने शुरू किए। देखिए ये लोग एंशिएंट ग्रीक और शक और कुशान से बहुत डिफरेंट थे आइडियोलॉजी में और इसीलिए ये लोग कभी भी भारतीय कल्चर में प्रॉपर्ली असिमिलेट नहीं हुए क्योंकि ये जो इन्वेडर्स थे ये एक्सक्लूसिविस्ट एब्राहमिक रिलीजन से थे।
You're just throwing words. What the fuck does exclusivism
रिलीजन्स का मानना होता है कि सिर्फ उनके भगवान सही हैं, सिर्फ उनके भगवान सच्चे हैं, सिर्फ उनकी बिलीव्स सच्ची हैं, बाकी सबके भगवान गलत हैं, झूठे हैं और उन्हें बिल्कुल भी अलाउ नहीं करना।
Okay, so then here's a perfect counter to this. How did Islam come to Tamil Nadu and Sri Lanka? Here's a perfect speak for yourself, Sham. No, here's a counter to this. How did Islam come to Tamil Nadu then? How did Islam come to Sri Lanka then? How did Islam come to Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and Sri Lanka? How? Or Indonesia? How did it come to Indonesia? Because it wasn't through land. It wasn't through the conquest of Persia. Yeah, ISI agents from Pakistan spread it. Dude, shitpost. Lower caste? No. Yeah, Islam reached South India and Southeast Asia way before the Mughals. No, Islam reached Tamil Nadu, what is now Tamil Nadu. It reached Kerala and Sri Lanka through trade. They converted through trade. They trade. The people that converted to Islam in South Asia, in South India, converted through trade.
In fact,
Tamil Muslims are a thing. I am friends with one. There is a Tamil Muslim in chat. 64 square poet. He is a Tamil Muslim.
के जो 10 सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट कमांडमेंट्स हैं उसमें जो टॉप
Yes. 64 square poet is a Tamil Muslim. Fucking brain broken ass motherfucker. Brain broken, brain rotted. The most notorious chatter is Tamil Muslim. Yes.
2 कमांडमेंट्स हैं वो ये हैं।
First commandment is, you shall have no other gods before me. Look at the runner. He's coming in first. He's number 1. The first commandment is, you shall have no other gods before me. That means God should be number 1 in your life. The second commandment is...
Dude, I love it when Hindu nationalists quote Christian fundamentalists. I love how Hindu nationalists like Sham Sharma quote Christian fundamentalists as like, oh my God, you have to be scared of them. Like, God, motherfucker, Sham, you have more in common. You literally just advocated for turning Hinduism into an evangelical religion. You have more in common with evangelical Christians than either one of you do with me. Like, the irony is Sham Sharma has more in common with Lashkar-e-Taiba and what was that party that you're talking about? The Islamists in Pakistan than either one of them do with me. Sham Sharma ideologically has more in common with the literal fucking Taliban than either one of them do with me. Seriously. Like, no, seriously. Here's the dirty little secret that Hindu nationalists don't want you to know. Here's the dirty little secret that Hindu nationalists don't want you to know. They have significantly more in common ideologically and in terms of beliefs with the Taliban and with ISIS than any one of those fundamentalist groups do with your average civilian. That's the dirty little secret that these guys don't want you to know. Because the moment you recognize it, all of you guys, the Hindu nationalists, the Islamists, so on and so forth, they're going to get their ass beat.
You shall not make yourself any graven image. That is, don't bow down to anything but God.
Like, man, you have more in common with, like, psycho Christo-fascists.
Look at that man. He's bowing down to an idol in the shape of a number 2. The second commandment is, you shall not make yourself any graven image. Don't bow down to anything.
How popular is this kind of belief in India? Very popular in IT4. Hindu nationalism is currently, it's popular enough to the point that they are running the government.
Da'wah is the...
By the way, yes, he's talking about inclusive religions, by the way. He's talking about, I forgot to mention this. He's talking about, what was it? What's the word that I'm talking about? What's the thing that I was talking about? Oh yeah, he's talking about inclusive religions. Why don't you ask a Dalit person how inclusive Hinduism is? Seriously, Hinduism itself is literally built on segregation. What do you mean? The other thing I forgot to mention, which is probably like I'm burying the lead right now. I'm absolutely burying the lead. Hinduism itself is built on segregation. It is built on literal segregation. It is built on caste. It is literally built on apartheid. Seriously, Hinduism is literally built on apartheid. It is literally apartheid. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean Hinduism? Oh shit. Hold on. What do you mean? What do you mean Hinduism is an inclusive religion, man? What do you mean? What do you mean, dude? What do you mean? Hinduism is literally built on apartheid. The very opposite of inclusion. It is literally built on exclusion. What do you mean Hinduism is an inclusive religion, boss? What do you mean?
Invitation to invite the people to Islam, to convey the teachings of Islam.
और इसीलिए क्रिश्चियंस का मानना है कि क्रिश्चियनिटी के भगवान के अलावा किसी और भगवान की पूजा नहीं अलाउ करनी चाहिए.
That's what the Hindus did with indigenous. That's what the Bhakti movement literally did. You are doing, dude, you are just trying to repeat what the Bhakti movement did.
इसलिए वो सभी नॉन क्रिश्चियंस को क्रिश्चियनिटी में कन्वर्ट करने.
That's what the Bhakti movement did. Wait, that's literally what the Bhakti movement did. Wait, I'm gonna lose my mind right now. That's literally what the Bhakti movement did. That's literally what the Bhakti movement did. The Bhakti movement literally killed Buddhism and Jainism. They did that. What he's talking about is just Bhakti 2.0. That's it. I'm gonna lose it. He's literally talking about the Bhakti movement. He just wants to bring it out again.
एक ही बिलीफ रखते हैं जिसको इवेंजलाइजेशन बोला जाता है.
It's just the Bhakti movement. This is literally just the Bhakti movement.
इनफैक्ट इनके रिलीजियस बुक्स में भी ये लिखा हुआ है. मैथ्यू 28:19-20 को अगर देखेंगे तो उसमें जीसस ने अपने सारे डिसाइपल्स को कहा है कि पूरी दुनिया को क्रिश्चियनिटी में कन्वर्ट करना बेहद जरूरी है. इस्लाम में भी एक बहुत ऐसी ही सिमिलर बिलीफ है.
That's what the Bhakti movement did. That's what the Bhakti movement did.
जो उनके भगवान में विश्वास नहीं करते, इस्लाम में वैसे लोगों को बिल्कुल भी पसंद नहीं किया.
That's what Vaishnavites did. That's what Shaivites did to Vaishnavites. Yo, what are you talking about? That's literally what Shaivites did to. What do you think this song is about, motherfucker? Motherfucker, what do you think this song is about? What do you think this song is about, motherfucker? What do you think this song is about? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you fucking mean? Shaivites and Vaishnavites killed each other. What are you talking about? What do you mean? What do you mean? This is literally a song where a Vaishnavite gets drowned on the orders of a king. What do you mean? What is this song? Why are you yelling? Because I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. I'm gonna lose my mind. Because we have not even made it to 10 minutes and everything that this dude has said is wrong. We have not even made it to 10. We have not even made it to the 10-minute mark. No, like we haven't even made it to the 10-minute mark and it has been riddled with lies. This entire video has been riddled with lies. This entire video has been riddled with lies and utter hypocrisy.
जाता जैसा कि आप देख सकते हैं. इस्लाम और हिंदुइज्म में एक बहुत बड़ा डिफरेंस है कि हिंदुइज्म मानता है कि भाई भगवान तक पहुंचने के बहुत सारे.
Hinduism isn't a single religion. There isn't a single religion called Hinduism. There are multiple manifestations of Hinduism. The most popular one being Brahmanism. That's it. He's saying he wants to bring back, he wants Hinduism to become like Christianity, which is literally just, so he's 100% being hypocritical. No, but the thing is, Sanghis are hypocritical. They are, like, they don't care that they're hypocritical. They don't care. Hypocrisy, like the hypocrisy card doesn't work on people like this. The hypocrisy card doesn't work on someone like this because he knows he's a propaganda. He's a fascist propagandist. He doesn't care. He'll lie, steal and shiv people to get his way.
सारे रास्ते हो सकते हैं, लेकिन इस्लाम ये मानता है कि अगर आप अल्लाह के अलावा किसी और भगवान में रिस्पेक्ट करते हैं तो वो शिर्क है और इस्लाम में शिर्क.
Yo, I love how he brings up Zakir Naik. Even Muslims don't like this dude. Dude, progressive Muslims clown on Zakir Naik all the time.
बहुत बड़ा क्राइम माना जाता है.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not forgive the sin of joining God with him. Any other sin, if he pleases, he may forgive. But anyone who has joined
Are you gonna tell a
God,
bro, we hate him. Exactly.
With him has strayed far away. This verse of the glorious Quran is very clear cut that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will never forgive the sin of shirk. But this verse refers to
Muslims don't like this guy. What do you only like the most like conservative weirdo motherfuckers like Zakir Naik. Only like what we call Pachasangis, green sangis, like Zakir Naik. And they're the kind of dumb this guy's a literal meme. Zakir Naik is a literal meme. He's not even relevant at this point. Zakir Naik is a literal meme. He's like he's a meme. He's a meme at this point.
People who die while doing shirk, and those people
Brother asked you a good question.
Who have not asked for forgiveness or have not changed themselves from committing the sin. If they die as mushriks, then Allah will never forgive.
इसीलिए इस्लाम में दावा का कॉन्सेप्ट है, यानी पूरी दुनिया को.
The only reason Shaivites and Vaishnavites don't want to quote unquote convert the whole world is because at the time they didn't know what existed. They didn't know that North and South America existed. You don't think those psychopaths would have wanted to convert Native Americans too?
इस्लाम में कन्वर्ट करने की कोशिश करने का कॉन्सेप्ट.
In Islam's view,
Sun Devil fell off, dude. Dude, you fell off, man. Man, I remember when you would make every stream. Now you fell off, brother. Sun Devil fell off. L nerd, unbelievable.
The world, mankind is divided.
I remember when you had a streak going, Sun Devil. Sun Devil fell off hard.
Two irreconcilable camps: the territory of Islam, Dar al-Islam, and the territory of war, Dar al-Harb.
FarewellIsrael.com. What the fuck?
All lands under Islamic control are considered
what?
Dar al-Islam, where Islamic.
Yeah, dude, listen. Kazakhstan, bro, Kazakhstan is Kazakhstan is lost. Dude, that's right, bro. Kazakhstan is completely lost. Kazakhstan is now become an Islamic emirate. Is GG for Kazakhstan. Is GG for Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan and Tajikistan and Turkmenistan. Is GG. Fucking Kazakhstan is now an Islamic emirate, according to this dude. Fucking Turkey. Dude, fucking Turkey is an Islamic emirate according to this dipshit.
Law reigns. Those lands beyond Islamic control are Dar al-Harb, the territory of war, essentially the rest of the world. The Prophet Muhammad is said to have said, Al-Kufru Millatun Wahida. Unbelief is one nation. In the Islamic view,
that's literally not true, by the way. If I'm not mistaken, that's literally not true. That's literally not true. Like, Christians and Jewish people are considered people of the book according to Islam, if I'm not correct, if I'm not mistaken. That's literally not true. Like, I'm pretty sure Muslims, correct me on this. Yeah, they're considered, Christians and Jewish people are considered people of the book. They are not considered apostates or anything like that. They're not, kosher food is halal. Well, actually, not all kosher food, because wine is kosher.
All of mankind will one day.
Not all kosher food. Wine is kosher.
Accept Islam or submit to its rules.
जो मुस्लिम्स दूसरों को कन्वर्ट करना चाहते थे, उन्होंने नोटिस किया कि भाई दावा का जो सक्सेस रेट है वो 100% तो है नहीं. कुछ लोग मानते हैं, कुछ लोग नहीं मानते. तो उन्होंने एक मेथड डेवलप किया जिसका अकॉर्डिंग टू देम 100% सक्सेस रेट है, जिस मेथड को जिहाद बोला जाता है.
Sun Devil, you don't understand what kind of pain I was in for like the past 10 minutes. Sun Devil, you only just got here. You don't understand the kind of pain I was in for like the past 10 minutes. You don't understand my pain. You will never understand my pain, Sun Devil.
According to Ibn Hazm, जो कि एक इस्लामिक स्कॉलर हैं, 4 तरह के जिहाद होते हैं, लेकिन सबसे इफेक्टिव और जो सबसे खतरनाक जिहाद माना जाता है वो है हथियार वाला जिहाद. और इस जिहाद
Yeah, dude, every Muslim believes in this kind of jihad. Okay, dude.
जिहाद का गोल है पूरी दुनिया को इस्लाम में कन्वर्ट करने का. और इस चौथी जिहाद की स्ट्रेटेजी का इस्तेमाल करके इस्लाम ने बहुत जल्दी अरेबिया, ईरान, सेंट्रल एशिया पर कब्जा किया और धीरे-धीरे इंडियन सब कॉन्टिनेंट पर भी कब्जा करना शुरू किया. मोहम्मद बिन कासिम जैसे घुसपैठियों ने सिंध पर अटैक किया. लाखों हिंदुओं को जबरदस्ती कन्वर्ट किया गया. जो नहीं कन्वर्ट कर रहे थे उनको मार दिया गया और उनकी बीवियों, बहनों, माओ, बच्चों को.
Hey, but this was 1,500 years ago, boss. That was like 1,500. The other 3 aren't important for propaganda. Yeah. No, this is 1,500 years ago, boss. What are you talking about?
गुलाम बना लिया गया। यही स्ट्रेटजी गजनी, घोरी जैसे दूसरे
Like people are okay. So some people will be like, there are some people that'll be like, oh, come on, like America conquered like the Native Americans 200 years ago. Sad story, whatever. Move on, right? There are some people that will take the talking point that I'm saying right now and weaponize it against actual marginalized minorities. The reason that I am able to use this talking point of why are you guys crying about this? You know, this was 1500 years ago, is because India is majority Hindu. Like, they already have a majority Hindu country. What do you mean? What do you mean? What exactly do you mean? Like, what do you mean Hindus are in danger, boss? Like, what do you mean Hindus are in danger, boss? India and Nepal are majority Hindu. Yeah, and also, the Sindhis are fucking native to Sindh. They just happen to change their religion. Sindhis are still native to Sindh. Punjabis are native to Punjab. They just changed their religion. That's it. Kashmiris are still native to Kashmir. They just changed their religion. Like, Purgis are a perfect example of this. Purgis are Tibetans. Purgis are Tibetans living in Ladakh, right? Living in the Indian administered territory of Ladakh, in the Indian Union territory of Ladakh. Purgis are Tibetan Muslims. There are such things as Tibetan Muslims. Baltis are Tibetan Muslims. Baltis in Baltistan, in Pakistan. Baltis are Tibetan Muslims. They're still Tibetans. They're still there. The only thing that changed was their religion. That's the only thing that changed.
इन्वेडर्स ने भी फॉलो की और सिर्फ तलवार से कन्वर्ट नहीं किया गया, सोसाइटल और इकोनॉमिक प्रेशर से भी हिंदुओं को कन्वर्ट किया गया।
सिराज के अनुसार 90 लाख से ज्यादा मैन्युस्क्रिप्ट्स को जलाया गया था और मंक्स और स्टूडेंट्स की लार्ज स्केल पर हत्या।
Like, here's the thing. Is there actual persecution of Hindus in Pakistan? Yes, that's true. Are there actually Hindus that are persecuted in Pakistan and in Bangladesh? Yes, that's how majority-minority dynamics work. When you have a majority-minority dynamic, right? In Pakistan, the majority are Muslims, right? And I believe the majority are Sunni Muslims. The majority are Sunni Muslims. So the oppressed minorities are going to be oppressed. Shias are oppressed in Pakistan. Ahmadis are not considered Muslims, and so they're oppressed in Pakistan. And Hindus and Christians are obviously religious minorities in Pakistan, so of course they're going to be under the boot of Islamism because Muslims are the majority. Islamism, just like various other forms of fundamentalism in Pakistan, or like various forms of right-wing ideology, is an ideological cudgel used to instill false consciousness within the population. It is used to instill false caste consciousness within the population. And the same thing goes with Hindutva. Hindutva is a right-wing fascist ideology that is used to instill false caste consciousness and false class consciousness within the population. It is an ideological cudgel that is used to instill quote-unquote culture wars by arbitrarily uniting random disparate groups of people against a random minority. The truth is, most Hindus in Pakistan have in common in terms of material conditions. They have a lot in common with many other Muslims, with the majority Muslims. There is a solid working class coalition that can be built in Pakistan with people from all different backgrounds, whether it be Balochis, whether it be Baltis, whether it be Purgis, whether it be Brahuis, whether it be Sindhis, whether it be Saraikis, doesn't matter. Whether it be Christians, there's a solid working class coalition that can be built in Pakistan, that is being built in Pakistan against American imperialism, against religious fundamentalism. But you look at any majority-minority dynamic, minorities are going to be the victims of oppression, as like minorities that have never had any legitimate any realistic form of power. Hindus have never really been powerful in Pakistan. They've never really been popular. They've never really been powerful in Pakistan, right? Because again, they're surrounded by Muslims. There are some Hindus that may have had like some level of like economic output. They might have been economically privileged due to them being involved in merchants and whatnot. No, American imperialism happened right after Ziaul Haq took power, if I'm not mistaken. Ziaul Haq taking power wasn't direct American imperialism. It wasn't a direct response to American imperialism, if I'm not mistaken. But Ziaul Haq coming to power was capitalized. It was weaponized by American. That is my understanding of the situation. Ziaul Haq coming to power wasn't a direct consequence of American imperialism, but Ziaul Haq coming to power was weaponized by Americans. I'm pretty sure. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. It might have had secret American backing, but it might have had like under the table American backing. I wouldn't be surprised if it was, but from what I understand, like over the table, there was no direct American backing. That is my understanding of how Zia came to power. I could be wrong about that though. And that wasn't to say, by the way, that's not to say that because before Zia came to power, it was literally actually I don't know if what was his name? Bhutto's father, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. I'm not sure Zulfikar Ali Bhutto was, I'm pretty sure Zulfikar Ali Bhutto was also, yeah, Bhutto, yeah. I'm pretty sure Bhutto was also like a massive fucking problem too. Because of, he's also responsible for the Bangladesh war, if I'm not mistaken. Yogi Diesel, baby, is Yogi Diesel. Yogi Diesel, this is the same guy that also said, if they take one girl, if they take one Hindu girl, we'll take 100 Muslim girls. If they kill one Hindu, there will be 100 Muslims that the Hindus kill. That's what this guy said. Neo-Nazi UP Walla. Listen, Skillbender, no need to shame, no need to... Okay, listen, there's no need to shame Minnie for this. There's genuinely no need to shame Minnie. Minnie has already, like, Boy Meets Minnie already has depression. There's genuinely no need to shame Boy Meets Minnie. Yeah, I know. There's no need to shame him. He hates Yogi. Like, he's like Boy Meets Minnie is perpetually embarrassed to be from UP. Yeah, he is perpetually embarrassed to be from UP.
हिंदुओं पे क्या अत्याचार नहीं हुआ? क्या हिंदुओं को रौदा नहीं गया? क्या हिंदुओं के मंदिर तोड़े नहीं गए?
Yeah, in terms of, like, listen, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, that's the reason why I'm like, I know for a fact, maybe there's definitely some information that I'm missing. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, the entire timeline in my head hasn't been, like, stitched together. That's basically it.
Dr. K.S. Lal, the historian who had said something like 8 to 10 crore Hindus, the population of the subcontinent itself fell by about 8 to 10 crores between 1000 CE.
City TV, by the way, City TV is a Nazi outlet.
With the conquest of Afghanistan till the end of the Delhi Sultanate in 1525. So in those 500 years, there was this kind of a fall in the population of this subcontinent. And that did not happen just because everyone just dropped down dead. So, and you have Sitaram.
We're only 12 minutes in. We're only 12 minutes in, boss. We're only 12 minutes in. How long have we been on this video for? We've been on this video for over an hour. See, this is the reason why I can't react to these guys. It's like these guys make 35-minute videos and front load, like the Manipur video that we watched. The crazy shit kind of started towards the middle, right? But this stuff, he front loaded the entire thing with like nonsense. He front loaded the entire video with brain rot. Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, that's the reason I'm a bit more, that's why I'm a bit more skeptical of the timeline, because I remember the Bangladesh genocide, the Bengali genocide happening at the behest of Kissinger, right? And Yahya Khan was a friend of Zulfikar. Was associated with Zulfikar. And Yahya Khan was backed by the US. That's why I'm saying it's a bit more complicated than that. That's why I'm saying it's probably a bit more complicated than that. But again, I'm not Pakistani. I could be totally wrong about this.
In his very, very seminal and well-researched book listing all the temples that have been destroyed, almost 40,000.
This is the coup that put Ziaul Haq in power? Yeah, this is what I said. Yeah, the US played... No, so this is okay. Here's my take on this. Here's my understanding of this, right? I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if the US was involved in this. Let's put it that way. I would not be surprised if the US was involved in this, but I don't think there is enough evidence to state. I don't think there's enough evidence to directly state. Like it's not as clear cut as like Mohammad Mossadegh being deposed is what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. Like Mohammad Mossadegh in Iran was deposed in 1953 directly by US and UK interests. Directly by the US and UK, right? Ziaul Haq coming to power is not as clear cut as that, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yes, this is exactly what I'm talking about Zia's coup. That's why I'm saying like it's not as clear, like you can't definitively say that the US was involved in this. But is the US absolutely okay with this? Yeah, absolutely. They were like, the way I would say this is very convenient for the US. Yeah, he probably needed the US's blessing or something. Yes. Yeah. So what I'm saying is like this stuff was done under the table, basically. They wanted a dictator. Yes. Yes, this is also true. Both are US involved. Yes. Okay, getting back to this.
Temples at the least which were destroyed.
There is that Minar in Ghazni too, with that infamous, line there saying, Dukhtare Hindustan, Nilame do dinar. The daughters of Hindustan are auctioned here for 2 dinars each.
Today we still
That being said, the US has absolutely fucked over Pakistan for generations. That being said, Pakistan is crumbling right now because of the US. That much is true. Pakistan is crumbling because of the US. Overall, the economy is crumbling because of the US. Balochistan is crumbling specifically due to China. Balochistan is crumbling specifically due to China. But overall, the US has done significantly more damage to Pakistan.
The Hindu Kush.
And it's also, yes, the reason Afghanistan is the way it is because Ziaul Haq came to power. The reason that Afghanistan is the way it is because Ziaul Haq came to power.
Mountains. What is that Hindu Kush? It was a mountain of human skulls.
This Specs guy's a Hindu fascist? Dude, we are reacting to a Hindu fascist. Boss, BKM Super Chat. Boss, we are reacting to a Hindu fascist. What are you talking about?
Of Hindu slaughter. So these are, and from 40,000 to 60,000 is the numbers spoken of the temples desecrated. Now you also have condescendingly Western historians who come down to us and tell us that Aurangzeb actually protected more temples than he demolished.
Wait, but that's true. Wait, what?
And so he was a very, very...
No one said Aurangzeb was a nice guy. No one is saying Aurangzeb is a ruler, dude. Aurangzeb was a ruler. Rulers are brutal. Like, yeah, rulers are brutal, boss. Yeah, no one's saying Aurangzeb is a nice guy.
A nice guy and so on. We know these kind of condescending historians who come and teach us what to be tolerant about.
He was a king, literal king, and literal kings suck.
Tolerant about.
He was a literal emperor. He was a literal emperor. Emperors suck.
So obviously Hitler also could have probably massacred a lot more Jews. He didn't do it, so was he a saint for that? So I think these kind of perversions and it's, I think, an intellectual crime to subvert or subordinate the truth to political considerations.
No one is, dude, no, this framing of Aurangzeb being uniquely cruel to Hindus, and being way more austere, there's a lot more nuance to that, is what historians like Audrey Trushka are saying. There's a lot more nuance to Aurangzeb's rule. Did Aurangzeb do absolutely bad things? He did. He is a king. Kings crush rebellions all the time. He was an emperor. Emperors crush rebellions all the time. Yeah, Aurangzeb was also cruel to Muslims under his rule.
जियाउद्दीन बर्नी जो फिरोज शाह तुगलक का हिस्टोरियन था, उसने नोट किया कि हिंदुओं के ऊपर जजिया नाम का एक बहुत ही ऑप्रेसिव टैक्स डाला जाता था.
Yes, the jizya is horrible. Yes, jizya tax is not good.
और सुल्तान ने एक रूल बनाया कि
Was he the one that killed all of his siblings? That's every Mughal king, dude. Every Mughal king murdered their siblings. Every Mughal ruler murdered their siblings. They had to. That's how they came to power. Every Mughal, no, Akbar, and what was his name? Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan killed all of his siblings to come to power. Shah Jahan killed all his siblings. Yeah, all of them. Sibling murder was a thing in the Ottoman Empire too. Yes. Have you been to Taj Mahal? No, I have not been north of Tamil Nadu. The only time I ever go to India is I go to Tamil Nadu. I've never been north of Tamil Nadu. The only other state I have been to is Karnataka. I have been to Bengaluru and Mysuru. That's it. That is the only other state I've been to. I have not been north of Tamil Nadu. Every time I go to Tamil Nadu, I go to Chennai. And sometimes I go to Karigudi. I have never gone north of Chennai. I do not want to go to Delhi. I do not want to get lung poisoning from the pollution. No, thank you. I do not want to get into, I am very happy. I mean, am I wrong? I also don't want to go to Kasi. I don't want to go to Varanasi. You want to know why? Because the Yamuna and Ganga literally have toxic chemical bubbles on the river. Why would I do that? Why would I go to Kasi? Why would I go to Varanasi? Like I'm not even religious. Varanasi is like I'm not even for pilgrimage, just for tourism, right? Just for tourist shit, right? I'm not religious at all. Nah, brother, your lungs are too liberal. Yeah. Just to even visit, because it's a well-known tourist spot, right? I wouldn't want to go there. The rivers are they're toxic bubbles. Hold on. Okay, dude, hold on a second. Varanasi, is that a JoJo reference? That is not ice that you're seeing. That is not ice. That is not ice. You're looking at that. What is that? Is that like ice? Is that like iceberg or something? No, that's not ice. That's chemicals. That's toxic chemicals. Those are chemicals. That's not ice. That is not ice at all.
अगर आप हिंदुइज्म छोड़ के इस्लाम में कन्वर्ट हो जाते हैं तो आपको टैक्स नहीं देना पड़ेगा। इसी तरह की पॉलिसीज औरंगजेब
This is true though.
भी फॉलो की थी। ना सिर्फ जजिया बल्कि ज़कत भी हिंदुओं पर अप्लाई की गई थी।
In 1679, when jizya was
Okay, but zakat is literally just taxes. Wait, zakat is literally just taxes.
reintroduced,
What do you mean? Wait, what do you mean? Zakat is literally.
that sir we
Wait, hold on a second. Zakat. Ayo, fellow Pakistani. Sarah is Pakistani. Community member Sarah is Pakistani.
can't play both the zakat as well as jizya.
Zakat is literally charity. Yeah, it's charity, but it's taxes.
Either give relief from one of the tax. So zakat was taken out of context.
उसके ऊपर से एक और
I mean, charity. I mean, let's be honest. It's taxes. Like, zakat is not taxes. It's charity.
सोसाइटल प्रेशर हिंदुओं के ऊपर ये बनाया गया था कि
Zakat
हिंदुओं
is
को
charity.
मुस्लिम
Okay,
रूल
fine.
में अच्छी जॉब्स कभी भी नहीं दी जाती थी और ये अलग-अलग तरह के प्रेशर
Motherfuckers actually accuse me of like being a Muslim like agent or whatever, and I get when motherfuckers correct me in chat all the time, like, yeah, no, this is wrong. Zakat is not taxes. Zakat is not taxes. It's charity. Motherfuckers accuse me of being a Muslim agent or whatever. It's fucking silly. There are Muslims in my chat correcting me.
धार्मिक कम्युनिटी के ऊपर बनाए गए थे ताकि उनके पास कन्वर्ट करने के अलावा और कोई भी
1/4 of Aurangzeb's court was Rajputs.
चारा ना रहे। और ये सिर्फ इस्लाम ने नहीं किया, क्रिश्चियनिटी भी जब भारत में आई तो यही टोटके अपनाए थे। जब पोर्चुगीज गोवा आए थे तो गोवा में आते ही 2 साल के अंदर
You mean I'm not an ISI agent? I can't believe I've been watching a leftist and not Pakistani propaganda. I know, crazy.
मंदिर तोड़ दिए थे उन्होंने।
When the Portuguese came to Goa,
Oh my God, not this dude, not her,
brought with them
not her, not
a
her.
huge number of religious orders who were very fanatical and who were hell-bent upon converting the entire population of Goa.
Fun fact. Brahmins converted to Christianity in Goa on the condition that they were allowed to wear their threads, on the condition that they were allowed to wear their punals. Brahmins converted to Christianity. On the basis, yeah, you don't know this? Hold on. You don't know this? Is a caste among the Roman Catholic Brahmins who are descendant of Konkani Brahmin converts to the Latin Catholic Church in parts of the Konkan region that were annexed to the Portuguese East Indies. In Goa, the Brahmins were engaged in the priestly occupation, but had taken various occupations like agriculture, trade, goldsmith, etc. The origins of this particular caste can be traced back to the Christianization of the Velhas Conquistas. Dude, literally, they converted to, Roman, like Goan Catholic Brahmin thread. Wait, where is it? Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Yes. Oh, okay, this is a Sungi subreddit shit. But yes, Goan Christians literally converted. Brahmins literally converted to Christianity to keep their caste. They literally petitioned the Pope. Let me see if I can find that. Goan Catholic Brahmins Here we go. Wait. Nobili took things even further. During his first year, he learned Sanskrit, Tamil, and Telugu. He ditched his Western clothes, shaved his head, keeping the little tuft of hair of a Brahmin, wore a dhoti and wooden sandals. He even wore the traditional three-string thread across his chest, explaining to other Jesuits that for him, the three strings represented the Catholic Holy Trinity of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Oh my God. Bro, what? Bruh. To the surprise of the Goan Archbishop, Pope Gregory XV decided that he approved of Nobili's tactics. On January 31st, the church issued the Constitution Roman... No, so he dressed like a Brahmin to try... No. Shakespeare. Here's the thing you have to understand. He dressed like a Brahmin to convert other Brahmins. This is... I mean, he's right. He's like, don't hate the player, hate the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. He did this. So, Nobili's tactics. On January 31st, 1623, the church issued the Constitution Romane Sedis Antis... I don't speak Roman or whatever. Formally approving the three-string thread, the tuft of hair, sandalwood paste, and other customs. With the Pope's decree, Catholic converts in Goa were able to convert while retaining their elite status as Brahmins. This led to the formation of a curious new caste within Goan and Mangalorean culture. The Bamon, the Roman Catholic Brahmin. Bruh. This is so stupid. This is so dumb. This is so stupid. Oh my God. This is...
to Christianity. And in 1 year, 300
yes, the ink was... Yes.
Pardes were demolished. In the next year, 300 temples in the district of Salcete were demolished. This is documented figures. This is available in the Portuguese archives, this information. And if you go to today's temples in Goa, which have been in an area called Ponda Mahal, every temple will have its history. Every temple will have a plaque, its precincts, where this information is recorded.
This is so
How
dumb.
the temple was basically rebuilt in a new area because the original temple was demolished.
This
by
is
the
so dumb.
Portuguese missionaries.
King of Portugal ने एक डिक्री बनाई थी.
Dog, there are literal Portuguese Brahmins. Sorry, there are literal Goan Brahmins.
मंदिर तोड़ने का ऑर्डर दिया गया था, महंतों को निकालने का ऑर्डर दिया गया था, अलग-अलग त्योहारों को बैन करने का
Big
ऑर्डर
Boss
दिया
and its consequences have been a disaster for Tamil Nadu.
गया था. गोवा में भी हिंदुओं को इस्लाम की तरह ही
No, I'm not getting mad at them. I'm just like, boss,
या तो convert
what
हो
is
या
the internet for other than pirating Big Boss? Listen, I was like, hey, wait,
Two territories, old conquistors.
Can you call yourself the biggest Indian political streamer on Twitch anymore? Nah, I fell off, guys. I fell off.
Choice of either leave the territory, leave their lands, leave their homes.
Nah, I fell off, man.
They could get converted, and if they got converted, then they would get a lot of concessions.
गोवा में हिंदुओं के persecution का main architect था सेंट जेवियर, जिसने बहुत brutal तरीके से हिंदुओं का persecution और forced conversion शुरू करवाया, और इस्लामिक जजिया की तरह ही अलग-अलग टैक्स.
Okay, how many more? Are we gonna get... Oh my God. How do we want to get to... Can we get through the... No, we can't make it to the end. We cannot make it to the end. It'll be 2 hours before we make it to the end of this video. Capitalism breeds innovation. Bro, what? Ex-Muslim Sahid 77. Being a newly convert Hindu, I am totally agree with you. Satyapal, we can't make it through Satyapal. That's like 1 hour. Yeah, we're not making it through Satyapal. No.